What is Marxism? A gentle introduction. Marxism is a social, political, and economic framework developed largely from the works of the 19th century German philosopher Karl Marx and his collaborator, Friedrich Engels. Though many people might associate it with revolutionary politics, sweeping historical changes, or complex academic debates, at its core Marxism offers a way of understanding society by focusing on the relationships between social classes and the economic systems they live in. To grasp the essentials of Marxism, it helps to look at its key ideas and the context in which they emerged. The historical context. Karl Marx lived during a time of rapid industrialization in Europe, where factories and mass production began to transform how people worked and lived. This era witnessed the rise of capitalism, which Marx saw as both powerful and exploitative. By observing the harsh working conditions in factories, Marx noted that workers, whom he called the proletariat, produced much of society's wealth yet received only a small share of it. In contrast, the bourgeoisie, or owners of the factories and means of production, accrued profits and enjoyed a far more comfortable standard of living. Key concepts in Marxism. 1. Class struggle. A foundational idea in Marxism is that history is shaped by conflicts between different social classes. In capitalist societies, Marx believed the main conflict is between workers, the proletariat, and owners, the bourgeoisie. This conflict arises from the imbalance in power. Owners control the means of production. Marxist concept is historical materialism, which argues that how societies organize production. Through feudalism, capitalism, socialism is what ultimately drives social change. Rather than focusing on ideas or moral values, Marxists look at economic forces to explain how societies evolve. 3. Alienation. Marx used the term alienation to describe how workers become disconnected from their labor and from each other under capitalism. Since workers typically have little control over their work, the production process, or what happens to the products they create, they can feel isolated and powerless. 4. Surplus value. Surplus value refers to the difference between what a worker is paid and the market value of the goods or services they produce. Marx saw this gap as a source of profit for business owners and evidence of exploitation. In his view, workers deserve more than what they receive under capitalism. Why does Marxism matter? Marxism has had a significant impact on politics, economics, and academic thought, inspiring movements that have reshaped entire countries and societies. Many political revolutions in the 20th century drew on Marxist ideas to build different forms of socialism and communism. Even today, debates over inequality, fair wages, and workers' rights often draw from Marxist critiques of capitalism. At its heart, Marxism highlights systemic imbalances in society and advocates for greater equality. Whether one agrees or disagrees with its prescriptions, Marxism remains a pivotal lens for examining how economic and social structures interact and how societies change over time. By understanding these core ideas, we can better navigate discussions about economic justice and social progress in our own world.